Nice just to have a little bit of fun with the guys after a long training camp.
Yeah, it was something we've started since I've been the head coach here. Just something that we believe in is anytime you get a chance to do some bonding, why would you pass up on something like that? So they enjoy it, and they probably enjoy the popsicles a little better.
Actually, I saw you throwing some popsicles out to the fans. It looks like you still got it there.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking notice of that. No, they're up there in the heat too, so they can have a popsicle, no problem there.
So first game on Saturday, first road game on Saturday. Is it going to be nice to just get that first trip out of the way?
Well, it's going to be quick. This will be a different one. This is something that really doesn't happen. I think I've done this one other time as a player, where you're going up, playing, and coming back in the same day. So this will be different for the coaches too. But nevertheless, when they kick the ball off, it's going to be football, and we're out there for one reason, and that's to get better.
Coach, do you have an idea of how much veterans will play this week?
I do. I do have a great idea.
Are you willing to divulge a little bit about that?
And it's not that it's a secret. It's just it's going to be evolving, right? As soon as you say something like that, then everybody looks for it, and it's not set in stone. But we do have a general idea. We've had that planned basically since yesterday.
What do you want to see out of your team this final aspect?
Just areas of improvement and things that we didn't do well in the first game. Attention to detail, things like that. I want to see less penalties that are preventable. Some of them are going to be technical. And consistency. You're always looking for consistency in a football team, even when it's a group that isn't going to be together. Because obviously we've got the least favorite part of the job with the cut downs happening. You still want to see improvement in your football team.
Will some guys make or break their chances on making this football team on that game, or is it going to be also based on what they've done in practice?
Both. But there's always somebody. Somebody's going to have a couple touchdowns, maybe double-digit tackles, maybe make a spectacular play, and there's usually one or two of those every year, which make the decisions tough. But it's a consistent. They're evaluated on most everything, right? Everything that's the classroom, that's practice, that's in the games. Also, is the ultimate test.
Woods was a guy that seemed to be falling that category last year with that final quarter and the run back against the Orlondo. I mean, I'm sure he had a great practice.
Who's Lawrence? Yeah, I think Lawrence Wood bust on the scene with that punt return 100%. And we had an open competition there at returner, and we had seen flashes of that, but until we don't take anybody to the ground, especially in special teams. And yeah, people like that, when they bust on the scene, you take notice, and that's why you play the game.
Coach, I want to check on the status of two guys on your suspended list. Seth, for example. Can you clear up the situation with him?
Yeah, Seth. We expect Seth to be with us at some point for sure.
His absence, family-related, and physical?
Yeah, we keep that in-house. We'll just keep that in-house. It's nothing crucial. It's all positive. We've known about this for some time, so there was no element of surprise when it comes to Seth.
What can you say about the two young kids you had in camp?
Which two?
The two kickers, the two young kids.
Oh, wow. Well, I think when you come up here, I think the first thing with kickers is it's probably more kicking than they've done, right? There's the balance that it's really changed. I think the dynamics really changed where most of the time they're just not trained to kick every day, which, when I played and came up, we had three-way people that if you had to punt in practice, you punted in practice. If it was kick, you kicked, and there weren't days off, and so I think they've adjusted well to that type of thing. And we've given days off, of course, but I think that's different, and just the pace of the game. There's so much more involved. There's more rules. There's a little bit more thinking than just kicking the ball. And I think they've both done a fantastic job.
Is one ahead of the other, or are they both neck and neck?
Now, what would you expect me to say? I know what I expect you to ask, but what would you expect me to say?
They're both having a great training camp, and they've both been very surprising and very good guys.
Well said.
And one last question, sorry, Coach. James Butler, has he come as advertised so far in this training camp?
I'd put him up there with, when you start talking about hardest working people, James Butler's right there. So the short answer is yes. He's a pro.